Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me at the back. You guys can hear me well? Perfect. So good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful start to the day. Welcome to both in person who have attended us today on campus and to both who have joined us on our Zoom live webinar. The 2021 Annual General Meeting is called to order at 11:09 and the quorum is present. We will begin with the acknowledgement of territory. We are located in the traditional territories of Nitsitippi, Blackfoot Confederacy, and the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the Tsuut'ina, and the Ayahenekora. We are situated on land where the Bow River meets the Albo River, and the traditional Blackfoot name of this place is Mohkinstis, which we now call the city of Calgary. The city of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. So after the territory acknowledgement, we will move ahead. And before I actually start our annual general meeting presentation, I would like to take a moment to introduce our student leader team. Starting with myself, my name is Nusrat Awan, and I'm the Board of Governors representative for the term 2021 to 2022. Next, we have our Director of Finance, Anna Oliva. Moving on, we have our Director of Internal Affairs, Dhruv Jani. We have a Director of External Affairs, Austin Jack, who joined to represent the association on our Zoom webinar. In our General Council, we have our Counselor for the School of Community Studies and the second Board of Governors rep, Rasgun. We have our Counselor for the School of Creative Technologies, Sangya. We have our Counselor of School of Health and Wellness, Andrea Tombrowski.
Hello.
And we have our Counselor of Chu School of Business, Juliana Pereira, who is sitting at the back and monitoring the chat for our Zoom webinar. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you, everyone, for introducing yourself. Again, before we start, I would like to take a moment to make 3 important announcements. First, considering today's in-person event, I will request all of the attendees to have your masks on and follow campus COVID protocols to ensure everyone's health and safety. Second, if you have any questions during our presentation, you can ask one of our staff or student representative, and we will also hold question and answer session at the end for any questions you have. In the end, I would like to share our voting process. You all will receive an email from Simply Voting to vote for our proposed budget for 2021 to 2022 term. All you have to do is to follow the link. The voting lines will be open from today, 11 a.m., November 24, till tomorrow, November 25 by 4 p.m. The voting results will be announced on Friday, November 26th. Now, let's move to our agenda items. So, all of the agenda that we posted on our website on November 1st, and you have them on the consecutive seats for any reference. The meeting agenda is on our agenda item 3.0. There are a few amendments to make as follows. The presenter names for agenda item 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 will be myself, Nusrat Awan. The presenter names for the agenda item 5.1 will be Rasgun, Andrea, and Dhruv. And the presenter names for the agenda item 5.2 and 5.3 will be Anna. Now, I will request one of the student leaders to move the motion to approve the review of the agenda.
I first the motion.
Okay, thank you.
So second the motion.
Okay, so the motion has been moved, firsted and seconded to approve the amendments for our agenda review for today's 2021 AGM. Now, moving on to our agenda item 4.0, we have the approval of the minutes. As I mentioned, our 2020 annual general meeting minutes has been posted on our website on November 1st, and printed copies has been provided to you on the consecutive seats for any references. I will again request one of the student leaders to move the motion to approve the minutes. Can I have a second? Thank you. Now, so the motion to approve the 2020 annual general meeting minutes has been passed. Now, moving on to our agenda item 5.0, which is business arising. Here we will be presenting our annual general presentation, which will include the integral information about student association, our activity report, including accomplishments for the term 2020 to 2021, our financial statements for the term 2020 to 2021, as well as a proposed budget that you guys will be voting for the term 2021 to 2022. And in the end, we will give you again information about the voting process. So what is SABVC? So SABVC is the Student Association of the Bow Valley College. We will start with our mission, vision, and core values. Our mission is to provide effective representation, a positive campus experience, and exceptional support services to all students. Our vision is to be leader in learning experience, accountability, and innovative student representation. Our core values are connection, accountability, opportunity, trust, and innovation. Now we will walk through our activity report, which will include financial, governance, surveys, and advocacy accomplishments. To start, I will invite Andrea to present our financial and governance accomplishments. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you, Nusrat. Thank you all for being here. This is fantastic, taking time from your day to be here. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're going to talk about financial accomplishments. I'm fogging up. I keep fogging up. So if I get something wrong, it's because my glasses were fogged. I couldn't see, okay? Okay, for finances. Finance is about money, financial stewardship. And we have 5 things that we want to focus on. 1, our membership fees did not increase in September or this year, which is a wonderful thing and which puts us second lowest in the province. We created 2, and when I say we, I mean our Students Association. This is us. So we created 2 financial programs to help during the COVID year, or specifically related to COVID. One was the SABVC Award, and the other was financial award, providing students with money so that they can meet some needs during COVID. The next, the third point, or I guess the fourth, relates to an audit. And we had a professional auditor, a professional independent auditor, Price Waterhouse Coopers, so that's PwC. 3 months ago, they took a look at our financial records and they said, spot on, you guys, there's no sign of fraud. You guys are doing, you presented your records correctly. So that is quite a considerable accomplishment to do. And then donation, we donated $110,000, the Students Association did, to Bow Valley College, which helps the well-being of all Bow Valley students throughout the year. All right, let's talk about governance. And governance is about policies, procedures, things that help us make efficient and effective decisions. Okay, the first one was we updated policies and procedures to be more transparent with all of us. The next one is we launched new policies related to human resources. Next one is we maintained, actually the next 3, assuming that I've got the same sheet here, relate to our positions. So we have people in the Students Association, in our Students Association, who have representation on external boards and with external organizations. And what that does is it helps us be in communication with other outside organizations, and it helps us in our advocacy efforts. So in 3 things, Jay Decor, who is our executive director at the back of the room there, he stayed on as the staff advisor at the Alberta Students Executive Council. And then we've got our director of external affairs, and that would be Austin Deck. And he serves as a board member on the Alberta Students Executive Council. And he also serves as chair of the Calgary Student Alliance. So these are good connections for us to have. All right, next page of governance accomplishments. We created a collaboration plan with the Inigogan Center. And just this morning, a student told me that Inigogan means buffalo blanket. So a little fun fact there. All right, we secured and financed the establishment of the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, a staff member within the Learner Success Services. We, the Students Association, offered new student leader orientation for counselors such as myself, executives, and Board of Governor reps. And I've benefited from this when I recently became appointed as a rep, so that training benefited me, so I appreciated that. We approved a new performance review for our executive director, implemented a new staff structure, and added 2 members to the SABVC team. So way to go, BVC, SABVC.
Thank you so much, Andrea, for sharing our financial and governance accomplishments. Now I will request Rascon to share our service accomplishments with you all. Welcome, Rascon.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all here. So with the service accomplishments, it's all the services we have been providing and all the accomplishments we have achieved because of you and because of SABVC. So SABVC Emergency Food Program is still a success. In 2021, it has assisted over 90 students with the food insecurity problems. We have provided feminine products and hygiene kits to students from November 2020 to November 2021. We have responded to over 4,584 inquiries regarding the health and dental plan. We have introduced a new program known as Rexel Student Savings Network, which provides 30% off on products and medication at Rexel. And the fun part, we have hosted 4 trivia nights between November 20 to November 21 with a participation of around 325 students. And I feel so proud to say about it. Moving on to the My Wellness program. My Wellness was specifically developed keeping in mind the Canadian post-secondary student mind. It was focused on the full cycle of support, including the awareness, the education, and the care. My Wellness homepage got 1,937 visits from September 2020 to August 2021. Out of 1,937 website visits, 68% of them completed the whole diagnostic risk assessment. The 3 most common high-risk outcome experienced by our students was depression, anxiety, ADHD. And hence it proves the relevance of this program. And this is another important tool that SABVC provides to our membership. And now the social media. Social media has played an integral part for us to stay communicated with our membership in the COVID pandemic. Since last October, our Instagram reach has increased 180%. Our Twitter account is averaging 2.8 thousand impressions per month. And our Facebook reach has seen a slight decline of 0.9%. So do follow us on Facebook now. We have created a monthly digital newsletter that is sent out via emails to all of you, to the whole membership, so that you stay updated with the important dates and the current events. We have officially launched the new SABVC social app, and within the first few months, we have seen nearly 400 connections and 14 groups created. The SABVC Student Support Department has assisted 70 student academic appeals. That's huge. The new SABVC website was launched in October. And talking about the Bright Pass, as many of you already know about it, since starting, the Bright Pass was in March 2021. SABVC has seen increased growth and positive feedback regarding the Bright Pass. We are now running monthly contests in collaboration with the Bright Pass, and it encourages the well-being of our members. As stands, 93% of the members who have used the Bright Pass, they have given sessions 5-star rating. Thank you so much. Now I'll bring to Nusrat.
Thank you so much, Raston. So service accomplishments. So we will hold a question and answer session at the end, but if there is something that you would like to read, you can ask one of our representatives. Yeah, thank you so much. So service accomplishments is not only important for us, it is actually equally important for you all so that we can support each other and we can provide you the positive experience that we strive for. Next, I will invite Dhruv to present our advocacy accomplishments. Welcome, Dhruv.
Well, thanks so much, Nusrat. Hi, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Good. Well, that sounds nice. Too much data, right? So with the governance and service accomplishments, you do have some questions like why Student Association. So let's talk about the advocacy accomplishments. So Student Association, we successfully negotiated with the health and dental provider, which ensures around $1,000 saving per student per year. Well, not only that, but successfully promoted the Ward 10 forum candidate with 6 counselors and successfully advocated for students in the PN program and establishing a regular stream for communication between Student Association of Bow Valley College and PN administration. Successfully advocated for drop deadline because we all know that we do have some very short time to drop our courses. So we have successfully done that and participated in the indigenous counselor program planning. And we have some discussions with LSS, which is Learner Success Services. Well, moving towards the next slide, we successfully negotiated with the Bow Valley College, awarding a monthly payment increase for Student Association of Bow Valley College for the next 3 years and lead a citywide advocacy for anywhere ballot stations on campus for municipal elections 2021. We participated in meetings with 2021 elections candidates to discuss SABVC advocacy items, then participated in meetings with Minister of Advanced Education to discuss government support, their policies, work integrated learning programs, and our transfer system, and etc. Well, not only that, but last and not least, we advocated for UPass pilot implementation, which is approved for the spring 2022. So yeah, we are doing great. And you all guys, you can have your UPass now. So we are not behind than other universities and colleges. So yeah, cheer for you. And thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dhruv, once again. And wow, wonderful. This activity reports makes me feel so proud of being a part of this wonderful student leaders team, as well as the part of the diverse BBC student community, because as a student myself, besides a student leader, I get a lot of help and support from all of these accomplishments and the services that student associations strive to provide us. And I'm so glad to share that with all of those 4 accomplishments, you might have read at the bottom of the slides, we have achieved many of our strategic plan objectives through these accomplishments. So a cheer to all of the student leaders and all of the students who have supported us to work hard and provide a positive experience to all of you. Next, moving on to our next agenda item, which is agenda item 5.2 and 5.3. I will request Anna to share our financial statements for 2020 to 2021, as well as our proposed budget, which is the exciting part for the term 2021 to 2022. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I made a short and sweet, concise report of our financials. This is SABVC finance team. You can see the executive director, Jay Decor, and Fabiano Guerra, our controller. So let's get started with the fun. I will be presenting the financial statements, the audit results, and the budget. The previous council members had the difficult task to plan and approve the budget in an unprecedented scenario. There was a high level of uncertainty on how it would impact SABVC's operations. SABVC is a not-for-profit. All predicted funds to be collected must be allocated during the fiscal year. The fiscal year shown in the slides started on July 1st, 2020, ending on June 30th, 2021. Every year, our organization is audited. The firm chosen was PwC, one of the big four. Since 2017, we have received the cleanest audit reports with zero find of misstatements and internal controls deficiencies. So here we have a statement of financial position or balance sheet, which communicates how much an organization is worth by listing assets, liabilities, and net assets. Assets is composed by the following current or within the fiscal year assets: cash, accounts receivable, short-term investment, prepaids, which total amount is 1.8 million, almost 6% increase from last year's figures. As for investment, in 2021, we have 150,000, while during 2020 there wasn't. This is a result of COVID pandemic surplus, since the organization couldn't provide all the expected services. On capital assets account, there is 81,000 in comparison from last year. There is a decrease of approximately 10%. Total asset is 2.1 million, a rise of 13% from last year. As for liabilities or debts, current liabilities is composed by accounts payable and accrued liabilities, which is 100,000. This account was heavily impacted by COVID, hence declined by 54% compared to 2020. Deferred capital savings contributions account also diminished by 18%. As for deferred student health and benefit plan premiums account, expanded 37%. Total liabilities reach around 1.8 million, just a 7% rise in comparison to the previous period. Regarding net assets, unrestricted accounts for 800K, internally account is 110,000, which didn't exist previously and was created with 2020 budget surplus and will be addressed more in detail in the next slides. Then we have the second statement of operations and changes in net assets. There we have. Since SABVC is a not-profit, its primary purpose is to overcome social needs. It issues a statement of operations or activities instead of income statement. The association has two main sources of revenue: the student association fees and the health and dental fees. Both are collected by BBC during tuition. And because of this, we have an agreement with the college. Student association fees revenue was about 800,000. As for health and dental revenue accounts for 1.3 million. Health and dental revenue is restricted. This means that the money for health and dental student insurance premium collected and transferred by BBC can only be spent with the insurance premium invoices. Health and dental revenue has to match health and dental expenses. Those two accounts represent around 60% of the total SABVC budget every fiscal year. Without SABVC administration, health and dental costs for our members will arise up to approximately $1,200 per year for a non-premium coverage. Our current health and dental plan is $298 per year, including critical illness insurance and accidental death and dismemberment coverage. The association has negotiated a great discount to our members, what means that Canada Life is providing a premium coverage by only 1/3 of the true cost to benefit students. The operating expenses correspond to the following accounts. Since we have already explained about health and dental, we will move forward to the other accounts. Salaries and wages, the spend is 380K used for the remuneration for the staff. it is important to point that SABVC has the linear structure of all the Students Association of Alberta. So we are the cheapest. Grant expenses of 170K, which includes the BBC donation of 110K to finance a scholarship and bursaries provided by BBC to all learners. For example, last year, Bow Valley College awarded 990,000 in awards and bursary to more than 6,500 students. Honorary expenses of 61K are regarding SABVC executives, counselors, and remuneration. As for professional fees, account for 32K, membership 26K, events and meetings 20K. As for other operating expenses, make a total of 55K. In general, the pandemic situation limits the implementation of services provided, which can be translated into less expenses. However, 4 new accounts were created to offer support to our students. This improves SABVC response to a stakeholders' requests and be aligned with the long-term strategic plan to offer online services for members outside downtown campus. 41K were designated to the new 4 accounts, namely Mental Health Initiative, Awards Programs, Food Bank, and Financial Support. These lines were implemented to help our students mentally and financially. The excess of revenue over expenses for 2020 was around 160K, which increased the net assets account at the end of the fiscal year. Then we have the third financial statement. Next slide. There we go. The statement of cash flow. This document summarizes the amount of cash entering and leaving the organization. The difference between the beginning on July 1st, 2020 and the end on June 30th, 2021 was 71K. Budget 2021-2022. The forecasted amount the association will receive for this budget is around 2.4 million, which equals the total expenses. We're almost done here. The budget we're presenting needs to be approved by you. Please vote after this presentation ends. SABVC previous term closed with a surplus of roughly 160K. The reason of the surplus is related to COVID impacting our operations. 110K will go to a restricted account and 50K towards a GIC to protect the student money from inflation rate, since this is a highly secure investment. As per recommended by PwC auditor's report, which comprised July 1st, 2020 until June 3rd, 2021, the Students Association will create a restricted funds account to allocate 110K from this period surplus. This action will allow us to free the amount allocated in the account identified as 5633 donation BBC of 110K under general admin expense section to increase the other accounts amount. Hence, creating more opportunities to give back and serve our membership by increasing the number of line accounts related to mental health, food bank, new student orientation, advocacy, to travel and conferences, and student life. Please feel free to ask questions. Our priority is the transparency. Thank you for being here, and we highly encourage you to vote. We depend on your vote to keep working for you. Remember, you are in charge.
Thank you so much, Anna, for presenting our financial statements. And it feels so proud that we have a clean audit and wonderful presentation. As I mentioned in the start to all of you, that you all must have received an email by now for the voting process. If you did not receive an email, please contact one of our representatives at the back. They can help you for the paper ballot in case if there is a problem in technology or something which caused you having no access to our online voting. can we move ahead to the voting first and then we can do the question answer section? Yeah, so there are 4 easy steps for the voting. Just to check your My BBC Outlook email, you will be receiving an email from Simply Voting. Follow the link to the email and then you can take your decision whether you approve the proposed budget that Anna presented for the term 2021 to 2022. I will give a friendly reminder that SABVC proposed budget needs a simple majority for the approval, and we would appreciate your support and your votes. Thank you so much. And in the end, for the thank you, as you can already see, we are serving pizzas and cookies today. Yay! So have some lunch and fun. And feel free to ask any questions to any representative. Grab us and ask any questions for our service and our accomplishments and whatever.
Let's mingle there.
Let's eat the pizza.
Done, eh?
Done, done.